Traumatic brain injuries, also known as TBIs, are one of the most severe and traumatic injuries somebody can go through. According to the National Center for Disease Control, car accidents are the second leading cause of TBIs, making up 17.3% each year, right after falls, which makes up just over 35% of traumatic brain injuries. TBIs are usually caused by a violent blow or jolt to your head or body, which is very common during a car accident. Hi, I'm Jim Kirschbaum with Kirschbaum Injury Law here in suburban Minneapolis. During a car accident, you will typically be subjected to a sudden, violent movement. This can cause your head to come into contact with your steering wheel, dashboard, or window, or a free-flying object could hit you. A widespread injury that occurs during these movements is whiplash. Whiplash occurs when your head is violently thrown backward and then forward due to a force from behind. When this happens, your brain could strike the inside of your skull at high speed, resulting in mild to moderate symptoms of a TBI. Neck and back pain is also very common and is sometimes related to a TBI rather than to an actual injury to the neck or back. In a side impact collision, your head will be thrown in the direction of the impact. So if your car was struck on the driver's side, your head will be thrown to the left. This forces your brain to strike the right side of your skull and then come back again, hitting the left side of your skull. Your head trauma will be different depending on where your car is struck during a side impact collision. Being struck directly in the side can be much more destructive than being struck in the front or the rear of the vehicle. It's a common misconception that in order to have sustained a TBI, you have to have hit your head on something during the crash. This is simply not true. About 80% of people who sustain whiplash injury in a car crash sustain some level of TBI. The signs and symptoms of brain injuries after car accidents will differ depending on the crash's type and severity. Your recovery time will also vary depending on the severity of your injury. Common mild symptoms include headaches, dizziness, confusion, fatigue, and blurred vision. A moderate to severe case of TBI typically involves sensory deficiencies, changes in mood or sleep patterns, seizures, nausea, vomiting, numbness in the extremities, and increased confusion. TBIs can lead to serious disabilities and even death in extreme circumstances, especially if they aren't treated right away. Causes of mild traumatic injuries have been hard to detect by doctors and were commonly based on what the patient had to say. Until recently, a lot of cases were erroneously disregarded as minor. New research has been found that really helps doctors to diagnose TBIs and to find exactly what's going on and how to treat them. MRI scans and CT scans can also help pinpoint areas of moderate to severe brain trauma. If you or someone you love has been involved in a car accident that may have caused a TBI, seeing the right doctor and getting the right treatment is vitally important. We work with some of the best TBI doctors in the country. Call us now to set up a no-cost strategy session.